Okay, hello, my name is Abriam Hernandez, and this is my midterm presentation for um, Professor Barrett's dual credit communications class. So, we were instructed to write a poem about a certain chapter that really, you could say that really like touched us or really grasped our attention. So, throughout reading the book, I really felt that chapter 8 was it was really like what I felt was key in interpersonal communication. So I would like to consider myself as pretty respectful in conversations. I like to be attentive to what other people are saying, and I like to create a sense of positivity in the room. So not only means eye contact, but as well as um, showing the proper and appropriate body language in order um, to make somebody feel like they're being respected and being listened to. So I really feel that chapter 8. I really feel that chapter 8 is a very good example of what to me is the most important aspect of communication. So in order to in order to be in order to have like a civil conversation, in my opinion, respect is always required. So usually, really don't associate with anybody who isn't respectful in conversation. So usually, you could see in the behavior that I express, I'd like to hang around with people who are respectful. Um, don't take advantage of other people, um, and they show that they're being attentive when you speak. So not only do these things really help in conversation, but they really allow for the other person who's your friend or who you're speaking to really feel like they're important or they matter. So throughout chapter 8, um, there's very there's lots of tips on how to make sure that you're maintaining appropriate body language, respect for the speaker, and not only um, is that respect required for you to express to others, but it's very good to associate yourself with people who also give you that same respect. So not only does chapter 8 really touch base with me, but it really is a very what could you say, a very, I think it's very broad and very if you really don't show respect in your conversation, then it's not the right class for you. So I would like to probably start with reading my poem, and my poem is called Respect, because that's really what you know being attentive and being generous and being polite really is. So I'm not the best writer, I'm not the best poet, so this really is really coming from me, and I feel like I did my best, and really I just poured my emotions out on the paper. So my poem is titled Respect. I linked it in the on a Word document, and then the video that you're seeing right now is a link as well. So if you guys want to read along, you can. It's not, trust me, it's not that good. So respect. To me, respect is earned. When respect is given, it should be reciprocated. Being polite should be a required human behavior. Being polite helps. Being polite creates friendships. Human behavior is being attentive in conversations, which is also a sign of respect. Knowing when to be silent is like knowing whether to be respectful in a conversation or not. Regardless, these human behaviors should always be used in conversation, as not only do they show signs of respect, but also allow for you to have a good feeling of yourself to have a good feeling for yourself when speaking with others. So, as you can see, I'm not a good poet, but I truly want I truly want this poem to be more than what it is on paper. I truly want it to be a sign that I care about, communication and being respectful. And not saying that there's other chapters that aren't as good as chapter 8, but I feel like chapter 8 really is what I strive to be. Chapter 8 is really what I consider myself pretty good at, because I consider myself as a pretty respectful person. I like to allow for others to talk when they respect their time to talk. I associate myself with people who respect me. So it's basically a win-win situation when reading chapter 8. And yeah, I mean, that really sums up my midterm presentation. I realize that my poem isn't the strongest, but I feel like my explanation of what the chapter means to me should level it out.